The Israeli soldier says, wait a minute, that's not a child, that's a terrorist. Oh God, what have I done? It does seem to keep happening, doesn't it? Like, 3 UK aid workers have been killed now by the Israelis. We have that as a news story today if we get to news. So that's not good. That's not good. And they've, like, I don't want to go too hard on they're doing it deliberately, but it does keep happening. I'm sure that, like, it's a war zone, so it's difficult, and their enemies hide among civilians and shit, but even still, I don't know, guys. I mean, I don't trust the conventional narrative on what's actually happening there anyway, so who knows? It could be almost entirely a psyop, the whole thing. It's either like 75% or 99% a psyop. I don't know exactly where, but it's a lot. Yeah, Jack says Netanyahu's admitted that the IDF it up. Yeah, I mean, saying it was an accident makes a lot more sense, but then why would they want to kill 3 UK aid workers? Unless they want to just give the impression that, like, providing aid to the Palestinians is so dangerous that no one wants to do it anymore. It's ballsy if that's what they were doing, though. Hambone says they just want to clear the civvies out so they can annex Gaza entirely for more land. That would make sense in a way, but I'm not sure that's true. I suspect they get more benefit from having a constant source of death at their doorstep for winning elections and keeping authoritarian power. I suspect that's the main reason that Hamas still exists. But that's probably the secondary one, Hambone, yeah. I mean, like, chat, press 1 if you would never expect Israel, the Jews, their intelligence agencies, Mossad, you'd never expect them to do anything underhanded or deceptive or like subversive or anything like that. Press 1 if you would never expect them to do that. Matthias says they are in the Middle East, they are not hurting for people that want to kill them. That is true, but like there's on the scale of nations, it's usually initially diplomatic and economic, and then later it could explode to full-out war. I think what benefits the authoritarian leaders to be more authoritarian than they would otherwise be is to have a constant stream of dead bodies showing up near the border that they just don't ever stop. Like, I think the ideal number for their leadership to keep power of dead civilians killed by foreign sources is not 0. It's, I don't know exactly what number it is. It's not 0, though. So I think they would rather have that simmering, boiling pot of violence right next door, which consistently kills a few of their civilians every year. Because it gives them a great excuse for retaining authoritarian powers. And I think the fact that they've, quote-unquote, declared war on Gaza at a very convenient time when Netanyahu needed the votes, like, don't put it past him, chat. I think that's what they were doing. Now, I don't know if the October 7th attack was orchestrated by Mossad, but given that, you know, I've been seeing people recently saying, why does ISIS attack everything in the region except Israel? Oh, I don't know. That's a good question, actually. And why does the US keep giving Iran money? I don't think it's to prevent them building nukes. I think it's because Iran being a way to, quote-unquote, launder the money to create terrorism in the region is exactly what the US and probably Israel also want. I think about 90% of the conflict in the Middle East for the last 50 years has been arbitrarily created by Western or Russian or other wealthy powers.